Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Mr. JLE93 and for another toy review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Transformers The Dark on the Moon Voyager class Ironhide. So you can see I don't actually have a box with me. I got rid of it before I got rid of the box before I knew I actually had to keep it for a review. But as you can see here, I actually do have the instructions for the of course transformation. You can see here, there's a nice picture. I'm not sure how well this is going to show up here on camera, but the way the front wheels are transformed, it's entirely wrong. You can't actually get the wheels look like this without actually pulling the arms up higher. I'm guessing this is like Photoshop or something. But you see, it's a picture of a car here. It says all about Ironhide. His skill of, well, his transformation level 2, which is intermediate. But overall, this guy, he's actually much more complicated. He's like a medium in between 2 and a 3. So I'd say he's like a 2.4 level transformation. But as you can see, if you probably see it in the background. Well, I got the instruction manual neatly folded, but after I unfolded it, somehow I can't seem to fold it back again. Anyways, enough about that. So itself, as you can see here, he's a pickup truck. Well, this is essentially very accurate to the transformation itself, is what it does in the movie. Not actually the vehicle, the toy itself isn't actually entirely movie accurate. Well, because for one thing, there is no 4x4 symbol here, which essentially that's the only thing that's missing. I mean, this is a Voyager class, not the actual high-tech one, the one you slice and sounds. Overall, this is actually Ironhide's my favorite character in the whole movie. Sorry about that. This it says GMC across the front. It's road armor. Yeah, I think you can see that. The nice texture, the detailing on this front grille is actually very nice. And you spin not much except for these 1, 2, 3 magnetic ports that are sticking out. They don't actually fall into a part because there's a hit right there. And come back. You have the nice detailed wheels here. You got the All About logo. I think it may be off, but man, what are you gonna do? Get a nice black. It's kind of reflective though. But unfortunately, this doesn't fold down because of transformation. You gotta fold this. Sorry about that. Get the feet out. As you can see, this whole back part of it is his foot. You got nice tail lights. I wish I would separate something for a turn light or something. Anyways, you have the white. It shows white here on the camera. Yeah, it's essentially one of the best ones I've had so far. But I'm biased because this is the first Ironhide figure I've ever had. The windows are blue. Well, I think you can kind of see all the way through here. Oh, but I mean, man, the windshield's coming out. Except for his head's in there. I mean, this is essentially it though. But there's one thing I noticed. Right here on this side has like a air intake fan on one side, either or the heat exhaust from the engine, but there's none over here. But somehow they put this on here, but they missed one over here. Detailing, it looks almost exactly like the GMC top kick that you would see if it was continuously made. I'll get that later. The lights, the turn light here, it's just paint orange, but it has some transparency here. I don't know how well you can see it. It was like a thin, clear plastic, so it's actually transparent, but it painted it. Make up your mind. So you can see here, there's not much robot cable. That's how they would see it. Just a camera right here. You really can't control a cable except for that's gonna be a leg. Okay, back up a bit. Focus. So like I was saying earlier, GMC Topic, as you would see it, but GM recently discontinued the top kick, partially because this is a gigantic truck and it essentially consumes a lot of fuel. It's gigantic, mainly, and it has really low fuel economy. Mainly why I discontinued it. A spoiler alert, for those of you who haven't seen the movie, I highly advise you to see it. And spoiler, Ironhide, he dies in the third, which is actually a big coincidence, because GM recently discontinued their top kick, which is this car. Now for the mech tech weapon, he's got these three big like the core sticking out, which I think it's a bit is what they shouldn't do. Well, his mech tech weapon is this giant Gatling gun thing. You know, you take this whole thing, push it forward. Mine's kind of old, so it really doesn't. No, there it is. And it there it is, spinning. Well, you could hold it out. But one thing I noticed on this is that it's essentially the sides is actually exactly the same. So you take one side, copy it, and press them together. For the detailing, it's not really that bad. I used to think this was double-sided, because it looks like this part can actually be like a big energy weapon that sucks up energy and it shoots it. But apparently not, because Ironhide holds it like this, and then this thing spins. But with the Voyager class weapons, they actually lock into place. So what you're gonna do is push this in, turn it to the left, and then you got a stick sticking out. And now you can spin it. And when we track it, just push it in a bit and then turn around. This gun isn't entirely bad, but one thing I noticed is that he never actually uses the weapon that's shown by Hasbro. Fortunately, Hasbro just wants to get the money and make a bunch of mech tech weapons, which actually do seem kind of fun. When it comes to toy, there's 3 mech tech cores. Well, if you stick it here, it's gonna come out of spin. It's gonna hit that rearview mirror. So instead of sticking on the top, I mean, if you stick it on the top, you get this thing. He's gonna mount a machine gun. Come on, machine gun. If you notice, this guy, he actually constantly rolls around, which I forgot to mention. He actually rolls quite well. Take this gun off. Oh, and if you want to push it, my gun doesn't fit onto Ironhide, so you have to press and lift it up first, then press it in. Just gun up to the side. Now for transformation, what you want to do here is take this whole back side, put it down, and then lift this whole back side up, which essentially separates them. Just leave it as it is. Pull up, see his feet here. Open this panel up, fold this down like that. It actually locks here. Take this, separate this, lift it out to the side, and bring this whole thing actually hinges down. So rotate it around. It actually has ratchet joints, because it actually has a lock when you transfer into a vehicle. So you go, I think it's like 6 clicks or something. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then like that. Essentially, you can take the foot out, rotate this and this around, and well, so that's what's good. If you can shift this up a bit, which I'll show you with the outside, it'll actually just glide in place. Take this, rotate up a bit, make sure it actually lines up. Just a bit. Well, sorry about that, but there's a peg here which slots into the hole right there, so you just fold it here. Essentially, there you have the legs. Man, move the camera up. Here, what you want to do here is take this road armor thing, attach it from the front. Do that, and camera a little bit. And you actually have his arms right here. Take this, then out. Take this whole armor thing, rotate it like 90-some degrees. And one thing I noticed, there's a peg here and there's some inside here. You push it in here. And then you take the wheels, go like that. You push it in, but you can't go any more because this thing here, it needs to fold in to form a chest. Take this, do the same, rotate 90 degrees, well, 180 degrees, sorry about that. Peg it in, bring the wheels in. Essentially, there you have his arms. And what you want to do here, take this whole windshield thing, lift it up, which brings out his head. Take his whole chest piece, push it in. And what you want to attach it, this guy's tall. Take this whole thing, bring it down like that. And this thing here just rests right here. So you go like that. It doesn't actually fit in though, but it's close. Here you take this, pull it back even more. Gets out of the way. Turn on the back. Take these panels right here. Bend it. Like that. Put it like that. Take this, put it like that. These are open to interpretation. However you like to do it, it's up to you. But I just like to keep it like this because it has these 3 MacTech ports right here, so you can put 3 weapons. And essentially, there you have Ironhide in his robot mode. One thing you notice, this guy, he's got extremely big chest. I mean, his head should be right around here, but it's a Voyager class. They don't expect you to pay attention unless you're me. That's essentially the only thing there's a problem here, except for he's got a big chest, but a really small thing. Just real something. Looks like he's actually leaning forward. He's sort of back. He actually looks less menacing. But he actually looks like he's actually looking up at the sky, but he's actually not. The detailing of this, I don't know if you see, but if you zoom in on his head, ugh, that's not good. Zoom out. His head, you see, he actually has nice molded detail, which actually does on the tiny screen accurate. Now the head, it doesn't have light piping, which would be cool, so you can actually glow. But for this, the head's on a ball joint, which you can rotate side to side. It's got the nice spinning thing, which is essentially too big. I think it actually does look like his voice actor Jess Harnell. So, but people could say so otherwise. Zoom out. His arms are a bit weird because here's his elbow right here, in the ball joint, but this other part sticking up, essentially short. You can lift it up just about that far, and it rotates like that 360 degrees. This thing just rotates like that, it moves forward like that. If his wrist, unfortunately, was hands, well, fists, essentially just go in just about it, but it's ball joint, but it's actually really stiff. And I'm kind of worried about this actually rubbing against each other. I mean, this you can position and make him go like that, which is actually what I think is cool. Down to the legs. It actually has these hip girders or what. Take this right here. Hips right here. Legs. His legs are actually nicely detailed. I don't know if you can see it though. These are actually his gears. If you spin around completely, it's nice. The articulation on these legs is kind of unfortunate. I'll show you in transmission. There's ratchet joints. Away. Which actually locks, so you can actually position him. So to actually get him to actually look more realistic. And look at that, but you need to. It doesn't actually stand there. Check him out. But one thing I noticed, because zoom in, my knees. Ugh, that's not good. Is that his knee is actually double jointed. If you can see this here, it's on one joint right inside here, and it's another one right here. So you can actually like shove a knee into the Decepticon's balls. Yes, I said balls. And then here, like I said here, transformation for this is actually entirely move aircraft, but the detailing is not. His feet actually look kind of big because he's got like stabilized his whole back part here, so I mean the detailing is nice here. If you put the MegTech weapon on, it fits on both hands though, but it's just cumbersome because this is a gigantic Gatling gun. Just taking in, it somehow doesn't fit. You have a gigantic gun that's actually way too heavy. Just let it go. Kind of sags. Oh, you can't see his head. It looks like he's leaning back though, but he's actually not. He's actually standing up straight. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Leave a comment down below for any improvements. And also, if you like these videos, subscribe to my channel. There's going to be more coming up that have more Transformers that I haven't reviewed, which I have right here in my reviewing area. I will review. So, thanks for watching. This is Mr. J Lee 93.